The 49ers Report is presented by Manscaped. You can get 20% off and free shipping on the best men's grooming products by heading to manscaped.com/49ers. Enter the promo code 49ers for that deal to apply. We're going to be talking about Tom Brady on today's show. He's now a single man. He's taking care of his balls for sure with Manscaped. Make sure you do as well. So on the docket for today's show, we're going to talk about Tom Brady once again. Are the 49ers going to emerge as a possible Tom Brady suitor? According to NFL Insider Albert Breer, he said San Francisco, quote, checks a lot of boxes as a potential Brady suitor. Before we dive into all of this, today's poll question is this: would you take Tom Brady on the Niners for 1 to 2 years? I want to hear from everybody right now in the comment section because I know everybody has opinions on this subject matter. Yes, then type TB. And for no, let me know right now down below. As for the latest on Tom Brady, he's in the final year of his contract right now, currently obviously playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's really affordable for the player that he still is, and that's as evidenced by the numbers that we're about to break down. 1 year, $15 million. If he takes a deal like this in NFL free agency next year, San Francisco folks can afford him. The Bucs right now in somewhat of a precarious position. They're 4-5. Their offense has struggled mightily this year, and Tom Brady, just like Aaron Rodgers, looks to be very, very frustrated by the current situation. And I'll tell you this, San Francisco right now and in the future, a much better position than the Bucs and the Green Bay Packers right now. As for the Bucs offensive rankings, and we'll get to what Albert Breer said the other day, this has been a stagnant offensive unit that has really failed to find a rhythm, but it doesn't, in my opinion, have to do with Tom Brady being 45 years old. In fact, I actually think he's played pretty good football this year. 25th in points per game, averaging just 18 points per, 19th in yards per game at just north of 331. Total yards, middle of the pack in the NFL at 15th. Passing yards per game, 5th. So Tom Brady still chucking it through the air at a pretty impressive clip. Rushing yards per game, which has been a huge problem for Tampa Bay this year, 32nd in the NFL. That is not an issue with the San Francisco 49ers, but Tampa Bay, 60.7 rushing yards per game. And I've watched a lot of Tom Brady tape this year because I've always been a big fan of his. Look, I'm 30 years old. Tom Brady came into the league in the early 2000s. It's crazy to me that he is still playing in the NFL and still playing well at this age. I don't think he's the problem with the Buccaneers right now. The run game is bad. Offensive line injuries have really just destructed that unit, and the skill position players are underperforming with countless drop passes in some really critical spots. And I said just moments ago, Tom Brady is playing pretty good football. He is. And last year, at the age of 44, he put together one of the best seasons of his illustrious and future Hall of Fame career that has featured 7 Super Bowl championships. A year ago in 2021, he completed 67.5% of his passes for a career high 5,316 yards, his 43 touchdowns, second most in his NFL career, and the decision-making really good. He only threw 6 picks. Passing yards per game, 312 plus. Yards per attempt at 7.4. And this year, the completion percentage is down just a little bit, but I think that's a byproduct of all the drop passes that we've seen. He's still on track to throw for a lot of yards this year, more than 2,500 so far during this up and down rocky start for Tampa Bay. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. So once again, the decision making pretty good, but the touchdowns not on pace for the 43 that he chucked last year. 283 passing yards per game, so that's down as well. So too are his yards per attempt. And I do think that Tom Brady still has it. He's still pretty accurate. He's still putting some velo and some zip behind the football. I think the accuracy has been there because he's still throwing with anticipation, still fitting the ball into some tight windows in 2021, threw for the most yards in his career, second most touchdowns of his career. As were what Albert Breer had to say about Brady, maybe coming to his childhood team, he said this on a Boston Sports Talk radio show. If you've got this championship roster, do you put it in the hands of Trey Lance if Tom Brady knocks on the door? It's something that the 49ers discussed internally in January and February, so that's interesting. Let's say they win a Super Bowl this year, and let's say that Jimmy Garoppolo leaves after they win the Super Bowl, and let's say that Tom Brady wants to go to San Francisco. The 49ers would check a lot of boxes, being able to finish in San Francisco, great offensive coach in Kyle Shanahan, great talent around him in Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. There are a lot of fun possibilities out there with Tom. I don't think he needs a fairy tale ending, but what do you think that he wants to go out like this? Yeah, probably not. And let me just say this about Tom Brady. When you think about the potential destinations out there, if Tom Brady wants to win an 8th Super Bowl, the 49ers, in my opinion, given the best opportunity to do so. A lot of people are going to want to talk about the Miami Dolphins because their owner, Stephen Ross, is a Michigan guy, just like Tom Brady. And Brady, according to rumors and reports out there, wanted to go to the Miami Dolphins this offseason. Instead, he retired, then came back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's a better football team right now? It's the Niners over the Miami Dolphins, and I think that's pretty clear. And Tom Brady allegedly wanted to go to the Bay Area after 2020 before going to Tampa Bay. The 49ers decided to not go that route, and he grew up in the Bay Area. Now, there's a lot still left to get to on today's show, but first, I want to hit you with a trivia question, and I want you to try to guess the answer to this trivia question in the comment section right now, and we'll come through with the answer reveal later. It's kind of a trick question here. How many 49er quarterbacks were inducted into the Hall of Fame in the 20th century? Let me know right now in the comment section. Let me ask you this question about Tom Brady. How much gas do you think he has left in the tank? F for a full tank, H for a half tank, E for that thing is empty. Let me know right now in the comment section. Now, Tom Brady, following his divorce from Gisele, is a single man right now, and there's no doubt he's cleaning it up below the belt with Manscaped, and you can as well. Also in the process, 20% off and free shipping by heading to manscaped.com/49ers. Now, this holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped because everyone loves turkey and stuffing, but you'll be looking like dessert with the help of Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming products. They have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving dinner topic. Tell your in-laws about your new cutting-edge ball trimmer and gift yourself or the man in your life or significant other hygiene bundle. Trim your pumpkins by heading to manscaped.com and use the code 49ers for free shipping and 20% off. Now, you look at everything right here. You get the crop preserver, you get the ball deodorant, the lawnmower 4.0, the nose trimmer is good as well because who wants to have somebody in their bedroom or in their life with a forest in their nostrils? You don't. We'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. Now, could Brady come back home? Obviously, with the 49ers, he does have a lot of ties. He grew up in Northern California, a San Mateo guy. Graduated from Junipero Serra High School back in 1995 before heading to Michigan, where he was also on that roster with the current quarterbacks coach for the Niners in Brian Griese. He, of course, was a Niner fan growing up. Joe Montana was his idol, and he was at Candlestick for the catch. Here is a picture of Tom Brady at Candlestick for the catch with his mom, and as you can see in the background, you see the scoreboard there, San Francisco 28, Dallas Cowboys 27, and he's rocking that classic vintage 49ers jacket with the awesome flow. I used to have hair like this. Me and Tom Brady, good-looking cats when we were young bulls. Also, him growing up, Halloween costume, here he is rocking that Joe Montana jersey as a young buck, looking pretty good in the process. I mean, would you want to be the skeleton? Would you want to be that blue thing that Tom Brady's right? No. Better rock that Niners gear for sure. Tom Brady hit it out of the park with that. And can you imagine if Tom Brady, who once wore that Joe Montana jersey, who was once at Candlestick for the catch when Joe Montana linked up with Dwight Clark, would be rocking a Niners jersey of his own, wearing that trademark number 12 for TB12. Now, from a roster construction standpoint, Tom Brady comes to the Bay Area. He can lean on a terrific ground game. He has a collection of elite weapons and a very good head coach in Kyle Shanahan. And right now, the same can't be said with having an elite coach, because I don't think Todd Bowles is that guy. I don't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the semblance of weapons that the 49ers do with Deebo Samuel, Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. And then defensively, not only does the plethora of offensive weapons help him out and take pressure off of him as a quarterback, because he can lean on that ground game, he can throw it to those semblance of weapons, guys can pick up yards after the catch, but the defense, like it was when the Buccaneers won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, is also excellent and superb with premier all-pro type of players. And let's go to mention, Trent Williams would be his left tackle. Aaron Banks hasn't given up a sack this year. Jake Brendel, yeah, probably not it. You got to figure out that center spot. Spencer Burford, Daniel Brunskill continuing to flip-flop reps at that right guard spot. We'll see what happens at right tackle. But this roster is well-positioned to win a Super Bowl, and Tom Brady's looking for his 8th. Tommy, if you're watching, if you're listening, the 49ers give you the best opportunity to do just that. Time for our trivia answer reveal. Did you get the trivia question right? How many Niner quarterbacks were inducted into the Hall of Fame in the 20th century? Now, a lot of you probably thought Joe Montana, maybe even Steve Young. Only Y.A. Tittle was inducted to the Hall of Fame in the 20th century, 1971 to be exact. Joe Montana was inducted in the 21st century, so he just missed that cutoff at 2000. Steve Young in 2005. So a little bit of a trick question there. Did you get it right? Good stuff by you if you did. Now, if you love the 49ers report, let me hear you. Just type me in the comment section right now. As always, we appreciate the support. Make sure you subscribe and keep it locked right here for the best Niners talk and Niners coverage right here on YouTube.